at one point when one of my children were having a really, really rough time, we kind of started in this season, and there had been a lot of accusations thrown at me of things that I had done in my parenting or failed to do or whatever else. And I was going to the Lord with it because I internalize a lot of things. So I like took it all and like looking at myself like, okay, did I do this? And of course some of it's true because I'm human, but one of the things that I felt like the Lord told me was that if I had done everything exactly right, my child was still going to be where they were because they were at the place that they were because of their own heart. Like it was their own trauma and their own things that were putting them there. And so, yes, I could have done things more perfectly, but doing it more perfectly wouldn't fix my child. That's not how it works. It's not our perfection that makes our kids great, right? And so, yes, we want to work at doing things. And there were things that I needed to be more careful with how I said things or how I responded or how snappy I got when the chores weren't done or whatever. When we're actually looking at the heart issues, each person's heart issues are their own, and our 5-year-old already, I can see her own heart issues coming out, right, that she's going to have to deal with. And my parenting may make some things easier, but ultimately, she's going to have to deal with her own heart. And I believe that Jesus is the way to do that, right? And so I'm going to try to show her that and teach her that, but she will make that decision. And so having that release of it being like, okay, and being able to say like, yeah, I am sorry for the things I got wrong because you are right. I definitely said and did things. Sometimes I knew that I was doing something that was hurtful, and sometimes I didn't even realize how hurtful it was, but I for sure did that. And so taking that responsibility. So I grew up at a Bible school in Alaska, and I remember one time a bunch of people sitting around, and they're, like, growing up at a Bible school, people just talk about deep things a lot, right? Sitting around, and they didn't watch TV, they talked, right? And so they were talking about parenting at one point, and the one guy said, yeah, I think I figured out parenting. And they're like, yeah, like, tell us. And he goes, so this is what you do. You raise your kids, you get them all grown up, and then you call them all home and sit them all down and be like, I am so sorry.
For my failures.
All of the places, I am just really sorry and I love you.